So Celtic's got a wonderful result on Sunday when they beat Aberdeen by 4-0. All the goals came in the first half. We've got David Walton here with me, Hamish Carton. What did you think of the game yesterday, David? A great result.
It was absolutely magic. They were superb. Just blew them away. I don't think there's any question. I said this last week in the podcast. I don't think there was any question about Celtic at home. Their home form's been immense. But there was this big question mark about going away after Livingston, after Hibs. And whilst I don't think the performance level at Easter Road was too poor, it was a bad result. And we had some question marks, we had some pressure there, and my God, just came out and totally answered them emphatically. Aberdeen just didn't have any response. I do think a part of it was to do with how bad Aberdeen were too, but
I mean, how much do you read into that? Because a lot of folk watching the game would have probably commented on Derek McInnes' tactics and the fact that they seem to just be giving us so much space in the midfield. Ayer came out, Julian came out about 2 or 3 times. Scott Brown had about 40 yards of space whenever he was on the ball. So a lot of folk would read into Aberdeen's tactics, but with me personally, and you as well as a Celtic fan, I'd hope that we'd talk up our performance as well, because 72 hours after a grueling game against Lazio, we come out like that and we've scored 4 goals inside 40 minutes.
100%. They couldn't deal with the intensity for the start that Celtic put on them. Third goal was, case in point for how well Celtic played. It was absolutely sublime. I think it's one of the, maybe if not the goal of the season so far. I really thought it was some terrific build-up play. It
reminded me of the St Johnstone goal. Remember that a few years ago when I think it was Dembele that ended up putting the net, and there was a Rabona and Lustig was involved, and step-overs and all that.
The only difference was, I think, when Elyounoussi did that wee back, you think that was to set and sell up, as opposed to set up Forrest. But in any case, it was a top performance. I do think, also what you were saying with Aberdeen's tactics, there wasn't much of press there. I mean, when you're seeing Ayer just like dart forward for 60 yards unopposed, it says something about the opposition. I thought Celtic sucked any belief at Aberdeen. I really do. They just started so quick.
You hear that in the crowd as well, the fact there was booing after about half an hour.
I know it doesn't help when you're jogging up the tunnel at half time. That was hilarious.
I saw the gifs and the comments to that, and some horrific social media patter as usual with that one, but I could see that he wasn't too happy, and the Aberdeen support weren't happy either, because the way they came out, when you look at Celtic, the ideal chance to get us from an Aberdeen point of view at home, they've just won 3-0 away to Motherwell right after the European game, and they just didn't turn up at all.
No, listen, their fans have every right to be fuming by the way.
There wasn't many of their fans either, was there?
There wasn't any, but the fact is, they had come off a really good win, and in fact, that's what, when people were previewing the game, a lot of people were pointing to that. Aberdeen were real impressive at Fir Park. Sam Crosgrove was going to do this and that. And I just think that the way Celtic started the game, I think Celtic were aware of all this hype about Aberdeen as well. Aberdeen had no response, but I think their fans have every right to think we should be doing a bit better than that, because that was pathetic from them.
And do you think we learned a lot about Celtic? When you look at our last game after a European match was Livingston away, and it was an awful day, that one. We lost 2-0, we didn't turn up, we created nothing in that match. For me, looking at the game yesterday, it was totally different. Like the team, and we've commented on Aberdeen, but the Celtic were right up for it from minute one. The midfielders, Scott Brown, Callum McGregor, who's, I think, improving by every game. He's getting back to the level over the last few weeks. They won all their key battles. The wingers got into the game early on. Edouard obviously performed as well. It was just a totally different performance to the Livingston one.
To be fair, at Livingston, I actually thought we started all right. Like, we got into some good areas. Final ball wasn't there, and then the red card happened, and we should have performed a lot better after that. I just think that Celtic now just seem to really be motoring at such a good time of the season.
Scary for the rest of the league, isn't it?
It's scary for every single team in the league.
Definitely.
Every single team.
Right, well, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, you can do that by clicking subscribe, funnily enough. You can also get us on the website. You can hear David's wonderful views and my views as well. That's 67hailhail.com.